Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blind Intelligence. I'm your host, Miss Ronnie, where I always seek to give you exquisite cranial repertoire. This week, we have a very special guest, and I am going to let them introduce themselves.
Yeah, hi. Thank you for having us. My name is Håkan, and I'm a guitar player in Carmilla metal band. We are a death metal band from Sweden with a Russian singer. And yeah, glad to be here.
Okay. Daniel?
Hi Ronnie, I'm
Hi.
Daniel. I'm the other guitar player in Carmilla Metal Band. I'm really happy to be on your show.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start out with letting y'all tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, great. You can start, Daniel.
Oh yeah, so my name is Daniel, and I am a 48-year-old engineer, which tells you I'm quite a boring guy, apart from playing metal in a heavy metal band. That's the only fun thing about me.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm Håkan. I'm slightly older, and I run my own company. That makes me a lot more fun. uh, yeah, a metal fan, of course, a really pure metalhead.
Okay. So tell me why metal out of all genres? What do you love about heavy metal?
It gives you a
I,
little bit of challenge when you listen to it. You
I
want
like heavy metal, so
you don't want to listen to this. It's like eating porridge. You need to choose something once in a while, don't you?
well, I like heavy metal because I like the build up. It's like it'll start out not just I would say easy, but I would be like with the guitars. It normally start out with the guitars, and then it like build up to like this crazy album. So I like it.
yeah,
Always have.
it's it's good energy.
So tell me, with you being a metal band and COVID and being in that part of the world, how did COVID affect y'all being able to perform as a band live?
We consider ourselves as a live band. Of course, we do. We're recording our songs and we have them on YouTube and Spotify and all that. But what we really want to do is playing live, and we haven't been able to do that for, I would say, over 2 years now. And it really sucks to be down here, rehearsal, letting new music out. But we want to meet the audience, and yeah, it sucks.
So tell me, what do you feel about virtual performances then?
We done one live from the rehearsal. Back then, we had a singer, a girl from Argentina, that was singer in our band, and she was in Argentina, and we was here in Sweden, and it was great because somehow you can play for someone, but it still wasn't live. Live is a connection to the audience.
Okay, I feel you on that.
Essentially,
So,
the last time we played live was back in 2019.
so how? I mean, do you still have the love for it, or has it won some since you haven't been able to do it? I mean, how do you feel about it?
We do.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like I missed it like hell, and I got more love for it now than I had before, because now I really gonna appreciate every time I have the chance to meet my audience. We're gonna
Yeah.
actually play here in Gävle March 26, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm
Okay.
gonna love every second of it.
Okay. So tell me about your latest project.
Yeah, that's a song called "Who Gives a Fuck." It's a cute name, I know, but it's a
You
song.
dropped the
It's not a typical Carmilla song, but for my opinion, it's the best song we ever done. It got a lot of energy, and we got a new singer now from Russia, a girl called Alona Jashkina, and she got so much energy in her voice, and you can almost feel that he wants to scream out the world. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. This is, if you ask me, this is the best song we made so far.
But I would say the big picture of the current project is to kind of release singles on a regular basis and maybe hold back on a couple of songs and have a vinyl out in, let's say, Q3-ish.
Perhaps, yes.
Yep. So this latest song, it's a kind of a small step in the big project.
Okay.
Collecting songs for the vinyl. That's it.
Yep.
Y'all do music videos?
Yes, we've done a few, and actually we never spent a lot of money on the music videos so far. But I can tell you the music video for Who Gives a Fuck will be the biggest production we ever did so far.
Now, who came up with the concept for this?
Yeah, I don't know. We are a band, and we try to come up with all the concept together, and we talk a lot about the music, we talk a lot about the future, we're talking about the next step, but we're also talking about sometimes people say, oh, you don't play that kind of music. We give a shit about that. We play the music we want right here, right now. So the concept is do music we really like. That is the concept.
But did you kind of ask for a concept for a video or for the band as is?
Okay, so was it like everybody was sitting around and like we need to come up with a new song, and who came up with the title and who came up with the arrangement and what time of the year you was gonna put it out, and all of those things. I mean, so that being that name, how did you tie this into the here and now?
Okay. We often work like this, that I, for example, go to the studio. I have an idea in my mind. I go to the studio for a couple of hours and do some kind of rough idea for a song, and we share it on the Dropbox to the rest of the band. And so we did this time. And when this song was finished, I felt this is the best song I ever done. So I start to write the lyrics. Actually, the next day, I'm not good at lyrics. I maybe write 2-3 lyrics before, but this time I really love the song, and the lyrics come to my head in a way it never done before. And I just wrote it down and I sent it to Russia, to Alona, and she like put a vocal on this song in a week or something like that. And when they come back, it just blew my mind. And one line in the lyric was "Who gives a fuck?" And she said this song must be named "Who Gives a Fuck" because it's such an energy, such a modern metal song, and we want a title on this song that people actually will remember.
They would definitely remember that. So, Derek, I'm gonna ask you a question. Since you're a guitarist, and I don't know about other people, but I consider the lyrics and the voice, the vocals, as an instrument. How do you follow the vocals with your instrument to make it another vocal?
Kind of the opposite, I would say.
How?
Most often we kind of come up with the riffs, and when we do the riffs, we kind of keep vocals in our mind and say that, hey, maybe we should hold back a little bit here and to give some room for the vocals. And the vocals is most often the last part that actually comes into the song.
Okay.
For us.
Okay.
But some songs, Daniel, you play these chords and melodies and stuff like that. You do it before the vocal, but it's often that the vocal follow the guitar in those songs.
Okay. So I know you said that y'all have a new vocalist. How long have y'all actually been together as a band? Without changing the lead singer or whatever. So how long have y'all been a band?
Coming up on what can be 6-8 months?
Okay. So were y'all in other bands before this band, or this is your first band?
No. We've been on many bands, and we had the Carmilla since 2016, I think. But we have three different lead singers over the years, and 6-8 months ago we changed the lead singer from the girl from Argentina. That was quite good, but we couldn't work together, and we decide both part to break up, and we find this new singer from Russia. And before that we have a singer from Ukraine. So we had singers from all over the world, but not here.
Okay. So what have you? How do you feel about social media in promoting your band?
We like to be better on social media. We really suck on it, but it's really important. I know it's really important, and we do our best. But we hope that our new singer, the girl from Russia, will help us a lot with that, because she's very good on social media, and she always gives us good tips and tricks to connect to the people. Because we want to know our listeners. We want to know why they listen to us. Not because we want to change the music for our listeners, but it's always interesting to know why 80% of our listeners are from USA, for example.
Okay. Well, obviously, it's something that they like about you, because that's one of the, when I ask artists where's their biggest fan base, and they're from the United States, they never say the United States. They always say somewhere else. I mean, so to say that your biggest fan base is in the United States, to me, means something, because it's hard to grow a fan base in the United States. So what do you think particularly about TikTok?
Oh, I never been there. I never seen it, but I heard of it. But we probably need to, I don't know. Daniel, that will be you taking care of TikTok. You love to do videos.
I'm not sure I can install TikTok.
So do you think, I would say, not having a full-time presence with social media, do you think that leaves off part of your fan base?
I don't know. What do you say, Daniel?
Well, I don't know. Honestly, I mean, social media, it is really important. It's going to become even more important, I guess. That's really one way of reaching out to people, and we're just going to have to adopt to that. I'm not a big fan of social media myself. If you look at my private account, you would be fairly disappointed, I'm sure you. But still, it's something we really need to do.
Okay. So tell me, I'm going to change gears a little bit. Is this project a single, or is it an EP, or is it an album? And what do you have coming up next?
Yeah, we are going to release singles. We have released a few singles on a regular basis, because you need to keep the wheel spinning to draw attention. So always come up with something new. But the big goal is to actually collect past few singles onto a vinyl album. And I really hope we can get that going in Q3.
Okay.
And actually, since it's
vinyl album?
Hue in pressing vinyl. So essentially, at its worst state, you had to have all your music mixed and mastered 12 months before pressing a vinyl.
Yeah, my question is, why do you want a vinyl record out?
Because it's nice to have something in your hand when you listen to music. And I think, personally, when you listen to a vinyl album, you listen to music in a different way. You don't do like a best of list in your Spotify or something like that. Actually, in my house, I did a vinyl room. This room contains nothing but a vinyl player and a bar.
Okay.
But nothing else that can draw your attention from just putting on that one album and listen for the first 5 songs, then flipping aside and listen to the next 5 songs or whatever. So I think finally listening to music in a different way.
I remember playing records, and I remember that they would scratch.
Yeah. But that's why I have the bars.
Look, it's not like a CD where you can put some baby oil or something on it and fix it. It's like it's scratched for good.
Yeah, but if you don't fiddle, if you don't mess with it, it's not going to get scratched. You listen to the entire album and sit down, have a drink. It's not going to get scratched, and you have a good time. Promise you. You should try it.
So tell me, what do y'all have for the immediate future?
The immediate future is releasing or re-releasing an old song in 2 weeks from now. Today, actually, just a remixed or re-recording of an old song. In March, we're going to release "Who Gives a Fuck," and then we have like 2 more singles that is recorded that we're gonna release with every second month or something like that. And when we're up in 8 singles with this new girl, the new vocalist from Russia, we will print the album, and that will contain those 8 songs and maybe 2 more. So we're talking about the vinyl, of course, and 10 songs on that, but still we're releasing on Spotify, YouTube, and all the digital platform at the same time, because we will never have this amount of listener on a vinyl as we have on Spotify, for example.
Mm-hmm.
We have right now, that I think it's amazing, 1,000 accounts only in Buffalo listen to us every month. That is amazing for us.
Okay. So how do you think you're going to do on the charts?
Yeah. Daniel.
Make charts. I don't hold my breath. I don't.
Do y'all have any last words that you would want to give us? Tell us about your last single, where they can find you at, your social media handle, and anything about you as your band.
Yes. First of all, thank you for having us. And you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube as Carmilla Band, where our next single will be promoted probably in March. And this single, don't miss out, because this one is so much energy.
All right. You have anything you want to add, Daniel?
No, just thanks for having us. Really appreciate it. Thanks, Ronnie.
All right. Well, you can find them on all streaming platforms and be looking for their vinyl. They're going to have some vinyl coming out. And you can find us on all podcasting platforms. You can find the video portion on YouTube, Facebook video, and IGTV. And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.